Hello, in the next few minutes we'll get to know LiVES, the exciting free video program. First, you should know that LiVES has two main modes. What you see here is the clip editor. Later on we'll move on to the second one, which is the multi-track window. Inside the clip editor window you will be able to manipulate video, image and audio files individually. You can trim them to create snippets which you will use later in the multi-track mode. Or if you are a VJ, you can play with those clips directly. To begin, open a file. Go to File, Open, or press Ctrl O on your keyboard. The Open window will pop up. Here you can open a single file or multiple files, holding down the Shift key. Notice that there's a preview window, so you can easily see the file before you actually open it. To do so, select the file and hit this button to activate it. If the file displays properly in this window, it means you'll be able to open it in LiVES. Once you select the proper file, open it to begin working with. You will shortly see a progress window while LiVES analyzes the file, including an estimate of the remaining time. There are also three buttons. Preview button. It will show you a preview of the file whilst it's being opened. During an opening preview, you can also apply real-time effects. We will see what real-time effects are later on. Enough button. It stops opening the current file, but whatever has been opened so far will be loaded into LiVES. If multiple files are being opened, LiVES will continue with the next file. Cancel button will interrupt the process for all the files and nothing will be loaded into LiVES. Note that many types of video can be opened instantly, so you may not always see all of these buttons. LiVES supports video subtitles, so if you have a .srt or .sub file in the same directory as the video clip with the same name, it will be loaded with the clip and the subtitles will appear. In case you have a video file from which you'll use just a segment, you can import just part of the video. To do so, go to the File menu, open File Selection. The first window will be the same we just saw, but once you hit OK, a second window will pop up, from which you can also select the start time, the amount of frames to load into LiVES. You can also preview the video, and once you are done, just hit OK. You can also import video or audio files from a remote location. Go to File, Open Location Stream. Enter the URL of the file or stream and click OK. Another option is to import from a DVD or VCD. Click on the menu File, then Import from DVD VCD and choose Import from DVD or Import from VCD. In this window, enter the title, chapter and audio ID required and click OK. In the next window, enter the start time and number of frames desired and click OK. The material will load into LiVES. Depending on the compilation options, some version of LiVES also has the ability to download and open clips directly from YouTube. You can also import material into LiVES from a DV or HDV camera. In order for this option to be present, LiVES must have been compiled with libDV support and dvgrab must be installed. If all required components are present, you can go to the menu option File, Import from Device. Here you should see further options: Import from Firewire device and Import from Firewire device HDV. Connect your camera and then select the appropriate menu option. If all is well, a window with shuttle controls will open. Choose the directory to save the files, input the file name and start recording from your device. Let's take a look at the webcam capture feature. First thing you need to do is go to File, Add Webcam TV Card and then Add Unicap Device. In the next window you will see listed your webcam device. Choose it and hit OK. Next thing to do is to hit the play button to enable the webcam to play back and then go to Menu, Play, Start Recording if you wish to record it, or you can hit the R key. Once you're done recording, you can go to Play menu, Stop Recording, or hit the Q key. Another way to get video into LiVES is capturing from an external window. Go to the menu Tools, Capture External window. A window will appear where you can set your record preferences. The main features are the frame rate and the maximum record time, or you can leave this as unlimited. Once you have set your record preferences, you can click OK and another window with instructions will appear. Click OK again and then select your target window. After a brief pause, LiVES will grab the window and embed it, recording it. You can still interact with the embedded window using mouse clicks. When you are done recording, press the Q key to stop recording. Once recording is stopped, LiVES will clean up the recorded clip, fill in any gaps in the recording, and make sure all frames are correctly sized. Finally, you will get a new clip containing the recording. Optionally, audio will also be grabbed with the window. Within LiVES, it is possible to back up and restore single clips losslessly. This is only recommended if you want to keep a permanent copy of a particular clip without encoding. Simply go to the menu option File, Backup Clip as LV1, then enter the file name you wish to use. You can later restore the clip using File, Restore Clip from LV1, and selecting the backup file you wish to restore from. Each time a new clip is opened from any of the options we previously saw, it is added to the Clips menu. Using this menu, you can switch from one clip to another. The currently selected clip is known as the current clip. You can also switch clips by using Control Page Up and Page Down keys, or with the mouse scroll wheel. Menu Info Show Clip Info shows various details about the current clip. For example, the format, frame size, file size, frames per second, and the total number of video frames and the total time in seconds. And here is the audio information. You can rename any clip in the Clips menu. This is simply to make it easier to identify a clip when selecting it, and has no other effects. To rename a clip in the menu, go to Clips, Rename Current Clip, and enter the new name for the clip. Once you are done, click OK. You can also close a single clip by switching to it, then using menu File Close this clip. If the clip has changed since it was last encoded, saved or back up, then a window will appear informing you of this and asking if you are sure you want to close. You can also close all clips via the menu option File, Close, Save All Clips. In this case, you will have the opportunity to save all clips as a set before closing them. So let's see what a set is. A set in LiVES is simply a group of clips. Every time you import one or more clips in LiVES, you either create a set or add to an existing set. A set can be saved and then reloaded instantly. The only limit to how many sets you can have on one machine is the disk space required. However, only one set can be opened at any one time in LiVES. There are two ways to save a set in LiVES: via the menu File, Close, Save All Clips. Here you will be prompted if you want to keep the existing clip set and just close it, or whether you want to delete all of the clips, and hence the clip set too. Select Save and give the set a name, and then click OK. The clips will be closed but will remain on the disk ready for you to reload. The other way to save a set is when exiting LiVES with open clips. In this case, you'll be prompted whether to keep the current set of clips or whether you want to delete them. Note that sets can also be merged. If you give the name of an existing set, LiVES will ask you if you want to merge the current clips with that set. If you click OK, the two sets of clips will be combined into one big set. When saving a set, there is also the option to auto-reload the set the next time LiVES starts up. You can manually open a set choosing the menu File, Reload Clip Set, and enter the name of a set which you would like to reload. Any existing clips are added to the set when the set is opened. After opening a set, you can continue as normal, opening more clips. Any newly opened clips will be automatically added to the set when you come to save it again. However, once you have opened a set, you will not be able to open a second set without closing or deleting the first one. If you want to merge two sets, you will need to save both sets with the same name, as we just mentioned a little earlier. If you want to delete a set, you must first load it. So if you have other clips loaded, you need to close them first, then load the clip set which you want to delete. To delete the current clip set, select the menu File, Close, Save All Clips, and choose the option to delete the clip set, or alternately, quit from LiVES and choose the option to delete the clip set here. Now let's talk about projects. In LiVES, a project is a set of clips plus various other files associated with that set. Projects can be used in various ways, for example to back up a set, so that it can be archived and deleted, then retrieved later as necessary. Or for example, to copy a set from one machine to another. To export a project, select the menu option Advanced Export Project. Enter the file name of the file to be used to contain the project. It is recommended that you leave the file extension as the default. A project can be imported via the menu Advanced Import Project, and then selecting the file to import from. You can only do it if there are no clips open, so you may need to close or save all your current clips or restart LiVES with no clips. Now let's see how to encode. LiVES has over 50 different encoding formats. Encoding the current clip can be done from the menu File, Encode Clip As. A file selector appears to allow selection of the file name. Here you can choose the location to save the clip to, as well as whether to allow LiVES to save the file extension. Since the file extension varies depending on the video codec used, it's best to let LiVES set the extension, unless there is some specific reason to override the default. After picking the file name and location and extension option, click OK. You can now choose the target encoder. LiVES has several encoders, and each has different formats available. Choose any of the encoders to see what the video and audio formats it supports are. Some encoders may require additional libraries or programs to operate, and usually you will see a message informing you of this if you select such an encoder. The multi-encoder is very good. It has many formats. Manuals for some of the encoders are available on the LiVES website. Please refer to these if you want to know more about the requirements of a particular encoder. In some cases, depending on the format chosen, some other options must be set, such as the frame size, width and height, and frame rate, frames per second. For some advanced encoder codec combinations, you will get an options window, which will allow tweaking of certain values. An example of this is the MJPEG Tools encoder, MPEG-2 custom format. After clicking OK, another window appears. This one will let you set the name of the author, title and comments. Click OK once more and encoding will start. Encoding can take a considerable amount of time, depending on many factors. For example, the number of frames, the size of the clip to be encoded, and of course your own computer speed. So please be patient. It is also possible in LiVES to encode just part of the current clip. To do this, select the frames which you would like to encode. We will see later how to make a selection for a clip. Then choose menu option File and Encode Selection As. The options are exactly the same as for encoding to an entire clip. By default, both video and audio for a clip are encoded. Audio is trimmed or padded with silence to fit the length of video. However, some codecs do not allow audio, for example animated GIF. For other codecs it is possible to force encoding without audio. This is done by deselecting Encode, Load, Backup with Sound from the file menu before encoding the clip or part of the clip. Now let's take a quick look at the functions of the clip editor. To play the current clip or video or audio, you can go to menu Play, Play All, or you can press the P key in your keyboard, or you can click on the Play All icon in the toolbar. To stop playback, you can go to the Play menu, select Stop, or you can press the Q key on your keyboard while the clip is playing, or click on the Stop icon in the toolbar. Also, when the end of the video or audio is reached, it will stop automatically unless Loop Continuous option is set. You can also play only the current selected frames of the current clip. The playback pointer shows the position where playback will begin, and it appears as a line in the timeline. Normally this is the first frame in the clip, but you can alter this by clicking on the timeline. The pointer can be rewound back to frame 1 via menu Play Rewind, or by pressing the W key, or clicking the rewind icon in the toolbar. LiVES provides a choice of playback, either in the embedded LiVES interface or in a separate window. The separate window can also be used to select start and end frames when editing a clip. In full screen mode, playback occupies the whole monitor. Full screen playback can be internal, in which case the LiVES interface is still visible, or it can be in the separate play window, in which case the whole of the screen is devoted to video playback. In this latter mode, LiVES playback can be done via a playback plugin. LiVES has a variety of playback plugins, both for video and for audio, and depending on the way it was compiled, some or all of these may be available for use. For example, some playback plugins allow for optimized video playback, others allow streaming output. To use a playback plugin, go to Tools, Preferences, Playback and pick a playback plugin from the drop-down list. In Preferences, video playback plugins have an Advanced button which can be clicked on to set the video playback plugin properties. Remember that video playback plugins are currently only active in full screen separate window mode. If you have multiple monitors, you can choose whether full screen playback spans all of them or select just one monitor. With a dual head setup, you can opt to edit in one monitor and playback in the second.